Addiction.
There was a study, 2011, the University of Gothenburg, Sweden, showed that there are genetic factors that play a role in our sugar consumption, similar to how alcoholism can be a family trait as well. So you may be genetically predisposed to having that sort of sweet tooth.
Then my mother must have had the sweet tooth, and my father must have had the savory chip tooth, because I like both. I have both downfalls. Now look, I went about a year last year, completely sugar-free. I did a completely clean diet, and and my diet is mostly, as you know, clean now. But I gave myself a treat. I went and gave myself, and I got completely hooked back on it. And it's really hard to get it back out of your system.
I tell people it's almost like a drug addiction. And what happens is you need 3 days of avoiding sugar in order to get over the cravings.
Okay.
So, but what happens is when you consume sugar, it releases feel-good chemicals in your brain.
Yes.
So that's what sort of creates that hook for us. Now there are alternative ways to release those feel-good chemicals. One is exercise, and another one's eating spicy foods as well. I'm addicted to spicy foods. I put hot sauce on everything.
Really?
Yeah, it's like a food group for me.
Yeah, okay, so, yeah. But is it more women who crave sugars than men?
I haven't seen any statistics on it yet. But it certainly seems that women do tend to crave the sugars a little bit more than men. Men tend to crave more the savory type foods as well. But we also have, different biological needs going on in our bodies.
Right.
And I know that for men, they need more of the fats and stuff for testosterone production. So I think there's a reason that women may be more attracted to sugar as well.
Okay, let's talk about what sugar actually does. Other than give you an inflated sense of energy that doesn't last, it also builds fat.
Yes, it does. So it releases insulin, the fat-storing hormone. It also can potentially lead to things like type 2 diabetes. And in addition to that, it also impairs vitamin C's functions. So it impairs our ability to fight off foreign invaders, so you can get sick from sugar consumption. And it also impairs our ability to regenerate healthy skin, because that's one of the main functions of vitamin C as well. So it can actually lead to less skin quality as well.
Right. So I've now turned to the alternatives like stevia, and what's the other one that
stevia, agave.
Agave, I like stevia a little bit more.
I also encourage people to try to sweeten with honey, cinnamon, and vanilla.
Cinnamon's great. It's also a good fat burner.
Yeah, exactly. Well, it lowers insulin.
Yeah.
It's the exact same thing.
Yeah, I read that. That's fascinating. If you've got diabetes, they recommend cinnamon. So, okay, Halloween is like 4 days away, which is a nightmare, because I'll take my nephews out, and I will dig into their bag the whole night, and I will be hooked once again on sugar. So what do you suggest we do?
So there's a number of things. One is you can shift the focus for Halloween. So you can focus more on the costumes, the crafts, movies, and just acting silly, right? Another thing you can do is you can go with healthier food alternatives. So you can go with things like
we don't like the houses that give out raisins.
You know what? Okay, don't
I avoid those houses.
Don't be the raisin house, because you'll probably get egged. And eggs are a good source of protein, but not when they're splattered all over your house. No. So I would say my favorite is actually I've got an example here. So this is Lindt chocolate. This is my favorite sweet food, because chocolate actually has some health benefits.
Yeah, you'll leave those behind.
It's got some antioxidants, and it's got healthy fats.
And dark chocolate is also really good for you.
Exactly. And so I'd say going with high quality chocolate is actually preferable to all those sweets that are just pure sugar. Actually, kids will enjoy this more, and it's healthier for them. So I'm going to say, if you're giving out
what house are you going to that's giving out bags of Lindt chocolates?
You know what? I'll be giving them out. Everybody come to my house.
Okay.
I'll be giving out the Lindt chocolate. Everyone come to my house, and we'll take care of that. I also recommend giving out things that aren't even food. So you can give out things like really fun erasers, and I got some really fun themed pencils and things here. Fang teeth, Halloween jewelry.
Right.
So spider rings and stuff, wristbands. These are Disney princess stickers.
Right.
So giving out those to little girls, and even crayons, they look colorful, everything else. So a lot of these things that it doesn't have to be food that you give out. And you know what? You could also pick trick. Right? In Halloween, we have a choice.
No one picks the trick.
Nobody picks trick. It's like being the raisin house. They're like, oh, that guy's going to tell us a terrible joke or whatever, right? So
we
why waste our time there?
Thank you very much. Some good tips there, and it's true. It really is like a drug.
Yeah.
A bad, bad drug. I'm going to get rid of it. Okay. Thanks, Brandon.
Okay,
and of course, for more information on any of Brandon's topics, please visit his website at medcam.ca.